poll of the PUA community back in 2007, most PUAs ran underground because they had nothing to offer. The content creator has become the hero today, dedicated to one single objective: to declaw and defang any person who listens. They decided to join forces to create a cult, and never giving those who listen a solution. It's all about clothes, cars and money, deception and manipulation, indirect game, going your own way. They talk pills and plates. They complain. They blame. Fake it till you make it. I just don't get it. A man doesn't need to lie to meet women. He just needs to learn how to spit flavour in her eyes and in her ears. Thanos broke down the game when he said, as long as there are those who remember what was, there will always be those who cannot accept what can be. Even in darkness, a man can find light. Sometimes the world doesn't need a group of fake heroes teaching lies. Sometimes the world needs a group of anti-heroes to bring balance, order, and truth to the game. It's time to summon the authentic players of the game. Only one group dares to challenge this threat. Gathered together from the cosmic regions of the streets, these anti-villains are hated because they put all the accountability on the man. They know the game will never be about women. They fight for every young man who is trying to learn their family name. Dedicated to truth, keeping it real, and manhood. Get your notebooks out, ask questions, and call in. Don't just listen to the message, become the message.
All right, man, we here, fam. All right, let's get it. All right, what's up, everybody? Let's go around the room. We got a lot to talk about today. Lucario, you up? Why don't you tell them about yourself real quick, brother?
What's going on? What's popping? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Lucario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? Glad to everybody here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the moderators. Shout out to April MC, SNO, Joe Blast, Unique 79. Shout out to everybody up in there, man. And yeah, let's get it. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Miles taking those fine ass pictures. What's up, Miles? Shout him out, dog. What's up, man?
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. What up, everybody? Glad to be here. Glad for us all to be back here. Let's get this game, man. Let's get this game because these stories are coming out and they got me concerned. You understand? They got me concerned for my brothers. They got me concerned for everybody who has a pair of nuts. You understand what I'm saying? Right. There's some shit going on.
All right, well, before I bring in this guy, hey, E, before you even tell him about yourself, give us a speech about the Neo thing that you said. Say Neo. Go ahead.
Oh, shit. I got a dog Neo out. I didn't really mean to do that, but I just said, hey, that's just a movie. Y'all like chill, man. Chill out on that Neo shit. And the red pill and all that. It's just a movie, man. Y'all are responsible to create your own lives, man.
Facts.
Y'all over here looking at movie characters and building a life around that shit. Chill. Anyway, I'm Coach EO, Mr. Champion Game. Good to be back with the fellas Sunday. Value for value. Call into the show. Don't, like Lucario says, don't wait for the last 15 minutes to call in because by then we're already ready to roll out. So anyway, good topic. Ready to spit some game. Let's do this.
All right, let me bring another dog here. Go ahead, K-Zach, and you up, brother. What you got to say, brother? What's up?
All right, real quick. I'm going to turn this fan off.
Yeah, don't. I'll put your mic down. Your mic.
Mic? Okay, hold on real quick.
All right,
hold on real quick. All
right, go ahead.
Can y'all hear, nigga? We good now?
Yeah.
Is the acoustic straight? We straight?
Yeah.
All right, anyway, man. All right, look, again, as I always say about this time, I'm a humbled individual, meaning y'all got to remember my humble beginnings. I came up just rocking with these niggas under their comment sections, and I'm fucking with them. So for me, again, as I always say, being amongst these esteemed gentlemen, it's my rightful place. But at the same time, I feel like this is some real shit that all men need to adhere to, and everybody can grow on one. When fucking with either one of us, you can grow on one. But
Yep.
I got it.
All right. Last but not least, hey guys, I'm the Dean, the manmindset.com. Thank you for the chat room, guys. I got the number to call in and all that other stuff. We got to get into it. I just want to say this before we go in. This is not going to be an attack on anybody. So everyone listening, we're not here to attack anybody. Okay, this is not what this is about. We're here to talk about why everything in your fucking life will always be the woman's fault to most of you guys. But before we even get into that, I just wanted to say one thing, because I've been getting a lot of emails from guys, and I just wanted to tell these guys real quick. Because a lot of people that have game don't understand what pickup is. And real quick, just to let them understand is that when you're dealing with a PUA, and that is called a pickup artist, okay? A PUA is not street game, okay? They don't know anything about the game. That's like all of us talking about an astrophysicist. We don't know about astrophysicists, so we don't even talk about it because that's not in our lane. So just to let y'all guys know real quick, when it comes to pickup, this is their leader and who they learned all the stuff that you know now, from the open, the negging, the code approaching, the hypergamy, all that shit stems from this is your leader right here. The guy that's next to the guy with the goggles, the hat, and the furry thing. This is the book that originated 2 decades ago that most pickup artists live by and not the street. So I just wanted to make that okay. But guys, we got clips here that we got to play, and I'm gonna play these clips, and we'll.
Hey, Steve.
Yes,
that better be Halloween, or that it's either a gay party or a Halloween right there, bro.
No, that's not. That's how they
look like Pride Month in one fucking picture.
Right, that's how they dress. That's how they told them to dress. That's how they told them to dress in the book.
God damn it.
We got like 10 clips to play. We got 10 clips, and we got a clip from 1950. He's taking care of some business, but he wanted to reply, so we have his clip as well. So let's get into what happened. So a person kind of not just called me. He brought up the guys first and then brought me up, but he made a statement. We're going to talk about the statements, okay? We're not here to talk about the person. We're only talking about the statements, guys. So that's not what we do. We don't need to. We can't talk about somebody that doesn't know game. You know what I mean? So we can only talk about the statements that are being made. So let's look at the first statement, and guys, let's talk about it.
And I'll communicate with people to an extent. So from the outset, without having any prior information or knowledge on what this community is about, one would think that the red pill community are a bunch of men,
right? Typically younger men that hate women based off of maybe negative experiences or encounters with women.
Okay.
Getting their hearts broken, torn out their chest, stomped on, things of that nature. So now I'm not saying that's what this community is about, but that's how it seems if you don't know what it's about.
Okay, fair enough.
And you read comments, right, on YouTube. The people in the comment section seems to be guys who may be awkward with girls, maybe they don't have their shit together yet or whatever, but they don't have things go their way.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. We do a bit of it. Now, red pill community. Let's talk there, because everything stems from this ideology of red pill. Any of y'all guys take it, whoever wants to go.
Well, let me just add this, okay? What the brother was speaking on, I think the average guy can attest to. This is what a lot of guys don't get. The average guy does not have success with women, period. I would say, 80, upwards of 90% of men, they either don't have no success or they have a mixed bag. They have inconsistencies, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to dealing with women. I think there's only a certain percentage of men who have things go their way consistently. Period. I just think that way, because if you just pay attention, whatever your favorite YouTuber is, if you pay attention to the comments underneath their videos, you can see that there are a lot of men who are frustrated. There are a lot of men who have vitriol, who have angst when it comes to dealing with females. But my thing is, and I've said this, and I think you guys can attest to this, as a man, when you get your shit straight and you have your ducks in a row, you have more influence over the women than the average guy can ever have. Okay, you have influence. A lot of guys act like they don't have influence. You have influence, but you don't need money to have influence. Okay, what you need is some game. Okay, to have influence. Okay, there has to be something about you that a woman is willing to say, for the average guy, I would never do this for. But because there's something about you, I'm willing to either do what I want to do, or I'm willing to do what I would normally fight to do. You know what I'm saying? But for you, I would make that exception for you. And I think a lot of guys, they don't understand their power as men. And that as a man, you do have influence over women to a degree. Not every woman is going to listen to you, okay? So I want guys to understand that just because you have game, you have verbal game, you have a mouthpiece, you have influence, not every woman is going to succumb to you. There's going to be women who just ain't with what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But there's going to be women who are either they're on the extreme left, like they're going to do whatever the fuck you say whenever you say. And there's going to be women that are kind of on the fence, but because you have that male leadership, you have that oomph about you, where you can convince her. Not even I don't want to say convince, but you can influence her to otherwise do something she wouldn't normally do for the average guy. But you ain't the average motherfucker.
Right. I want to say real quick that I think what guys forget about. See, the difference in red pill and like game is, with red pill, I feel like it's very reactionary. Right? I think red pill itself is something that came from a reaction of a wide population of dudes that felt frustrated in their relations with females.
Right.
So a bunch of guys was experiencing something at around the same time, and then all of a sudden, boom, and then you know, the movie came out, and it's like, oh my God, like, let's put it together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a bunch of dudes jumped on a bandwagon because they saw that other guys was feeling the same way. So they decided to create something. The thing with game is that it's not reactionary. It's very proactive. It's very autonomous. It's very it's based around a philosophy that says we already know that the only thing we can really control is ourself. You understand? So have control of yourself and understand what you're dealing with, because that's a big part of it. Because these guys are not, really looking from a masculine centric or from an I centric situation, or from an I centric perspective. They tend to put the blame on everything else around them. So that takes the responsibility and the power away from them, and they don't even realize that. You understand? So I think that's the main difference between red pill and game. Game says control yourself, and then the things around you will fall in line. You understand? But red pill and all that other stuff says, well, it's everything else's fault. But how can anything in your life fall in line when you don't know what you're about? You see what I'm saying? So that's different.
Right.
Let me say this real quick, and then I can have it. Andre Taylor. That's the motherfucker right there. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all don't know who Andre Taylor is, just on YouTube, just put that nigga name in, and that motherfucker, he says some of the most profound shit about what manhood is all about. Just Google that nigga. You know what I'm saying? On some YouTube shit.
Right. And I would say this too about the whole red pill thing, is that I think what happens is that a lot of people have taken the ideas and the things that are said as just truth. You understand what I'm saying? But understand that, that is truth to certain people, but then to other people, that might not be true. Right. So people have to always understand that, see, the problem is that when you take one thing as the end all be all truth, and then you live your life based off of that thing. And what you're doing is you're living your life, because a lot of guys that watch this stuff, they haven't experienced things. So they're living through an experience of another man. So what happens is when you're living through an experience of another man, you never get to experience things on your own to actually see what things are to you, or what things are when you're experiencing it. And so what happens is you have too many guys out there who have had trouble with women talking to a mass audience of men who also have trouble with women. So the guy that's speaking might be the guy that needs to listen. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's the problem with it too. So I think what happens is that you have too many people who are listening to information from a person who may not be the right person to be giving you that information. So for example, years ago, I met this dude who basically was telling me, oh, you know, you shouldn't even try to start a business because three out of 4 businesses fail, and blah, 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, if I'm listening to that and I'm just going with that, then I'm like, well, fuck it, let me not start a business. But see, if I listen to that, y'all won't be listening to me right here. You see what I'm saying? So that's the point of it, is that you have to listen to the people who are trying to get you in the direction of something that's going to be a solution and that's going to be positive to get you from point A to point B. Because in every situation, there are the pros and cons to it, in every situation. So a lot of times I think what happens is that too many guys are focusing on the cons, or what they would consider the cons is of dealing with a woman, instead of understanding how to interact with women in ways that's going to be beneficial for them, and then move forward with that. So that's my
hold on one second. Now, I just want to add something. If you market the fear, see, the thing is that a lot of the guys that are trying to get to the point where they're dealing with women, they're already scared of dealing with women.
Right.
So imagine I'm actively marketing the fear of the situation of dealing with women, and you haven't even dealt with women yet. That's why so many of these guys is like, how many women have you talked to this week? None.
Right.
But I'm going through red pill rage. Why? Because of stories I heard from other dudes. It's crazy.
Right. It's crazy.
But see, that's why I say if you look at a lot of advice on YouTube, a lot of it's fear based.
Right.
It's don't do this, don't do that. And we all know as men, we're solution based. But like, you know what? I don't give a fuck what this person is doing. This person is doing. I'm man enough where I can provide solutions in my own life where I can win. It's all about winning. To me, it's all about winning at the game of life. You know what I'm saying? You only got but so many years before God take it away from you. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because whenever you go is whenever you go. You can be in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. So my thing is, while you here, stop bullshitting and stop being afraid of shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now, EO, I think he did a video, and I think he talked about how some fear is healthy. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, EO, but how some fear is healthy. But you have a lot of men who are afraid of women. They are afraid of upsetting a woman. They are afraid of offending a woman. They are afraid of losing their line to get some pussy. Like, they're in a pussy line and they're afraid they're gonna lose their spot. You know what I'm saying? If they say the wrong thing to a chick, and it's like, I've had so much sex, it really don't mean nothing no more. It's just that. Like, I could jack off and get the same nut, you know what I'm saying, that I could get for getting some ass. So to me, it don't mean nothing no more. It ain't that serious. I'm more concerned with the experiences, you know how me and a woman relate to each other, how we interact, whether or not she's respectful and she's in line with what I'm trying to do. That means way more to me than just some ass. You know what I'm saying? Now don't get me wrong, I love sex. I love doing my damn. I love having some new pussy, a new chick to fuck. That's cool. But a lot of guys, if you look at, and I think all of us got YouTube channels, but if you just look at what the dudes say, they're concerned with just a new chick coming into the fray. And they're concerned with making that shit work. And it's like, it's not about making it work. It's about you doing what you do, and either the chick is with what you doing or she not. Okay, and you get up out of there and just move on to the next chick. So what I want men to understand is, at the end of the day, okay, and we did a show, we were talking about safe havens. You know what I'm saying? I am the safe haven. I'm that motherfucker. I'm the safe haven. Anyone that fucks with me, they got a safe space to fuck with me in. You know what I'm saying? Period. So what a lot of guys got to understand is, it's not about your success rate with women. It's not about how much ass you get. It's not about whether or not a woman cares for you. It's about whether or not you doing your thing and you just invite people into your life that don't upset the apple cart. You know what I'm saying? As to what you're doing. Y'all got it, man.
All right, you got it. I got you.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I believe that the most introspective men have the best game. Okay, like me, I'm always thinking about, because anytime I get on the mic, I tell men that anything that goes well in my life, it's because of me, and anything that I fail at, or that I don't do well at, or that I miss out on, is because of me. And I always put the onus on me. And I think that if you do that as men, you'll be in good shape. Remember, let's keep things simple. Sometimes we can overcomplicate things here in the manosphere and in the game. You know, when I watched The Matrix, I watched it at the movie theater when it came out. I watched that and I was like, oh shit, dope movie. Onto my life now. Like I didn't sit there and dwell on it. I didn't sit there and say, oh, I'm gonna go to the manosphere and talk about this shit. Like, you know, I watch movies all the time. I mean, it's entertainment. I watched it. It was cool. I appreciated the vision for that movie. It was different, that's for sure. But at the end, I said, okay, I had my popcorn, my juju beans. You know, I macked on a chick next to me, and it's off to go do what the fuck I'm gonna do now. So you know, I'm just telling you guys, like, keep it simple. Here's the recipe for success in life: idea, plan, action. You do those three things. You got an idea. And it's an idea that makes sense for your life right now. Okay, this idea makes sense for me right now. There's going to be a future idea that's going to make sense for me in the future. But right now, this makes sense for me to do right now. I got a great idea. Now I'm going to sit around, write it up, you know, like an architect would with a building. They don't put a building up until they got the blueprint. Okay, they don't just go grab materials and start building shit. So it's like you got to get the blueprint, okay, and you figure where everything's gonna be. And now you get a team together. Sometimes it's just you, or you get a team. And we got a team. Look, we got a team here, but we're individuals at the same time. So idea, plan, execution. Stop making this so difficult on yourself. If you trace back all of your steps in your life, now look, there is something that I call world problems. Okay, you know, I say problems because there's a world problem going on here. Okay, but then there's an individual. You're an individual amongst the world, so you're responsible for your individual game. There's the game, and the game is messy. I'm gonna be honest with you. The game is messy. It's more messy than it is beautiful, but there is some beautiful parts of the game. But you're responsible. You're an individual in the game.
Right.
Your only focus needs to be, how am I gonna blossom my part in this game? And so what I'm gonna tell you, and I'll throw it to Steve, is that your focus needs to be simple: planning, idea, great ideas, creative ideas. Keep myself open. Okay, ideas, planning, execution. If you do those three things in your life and you don't overcomplicate it, you're going to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah. All right. Let me get to the next one because I guess I need to reply to the next one. But let's get to the next clip and I'll go and then we'll go after that.
Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, man.
When encountering the opposite sex. Now, my whole thing was, look, the problem isn't the girls, it's you.
And this is where Mr. Rashid is dead wrong. Let's just continue.
Or me. It's us, right? So, you know, and my whole philosophy is this: fellas, get your shit together.
Okay, well, there we go.
It's like saying the problem isn't global warming, it's the sun.
Maybe.
It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to keep going. I'm sorry. Here we go.
But here's the thing. We get a lot of guys. There's a group of people, okay? One who actually used to be on the 7, Steve the Dean Williams. Steve the Dean gives us the boilerplate, this is what you should do, but he doesn't tell us how to do it. So for Mike Rashid to say, hey, listen, the problem isn't women, it's you.
Just be a man.
Yeah, get your shit together. Fair enough. Here's the problem, Mike. And again, and this isn't any slight on him, because I honestly believe, and we'll get into why I think this is in a little bit, and it's almost, it's just like the Alan Roger Curry thing. I don't believe he has ever struggled with women. Look at the guy. But Mike Rashid has no idea what the sexual marketplace is like for guys that are not him.
Well, that's why he's not aware of any of this to begin with.
There you go. Right, because there's no need for him to,
exactly.
right?
All right, well, let me say this and then we'll throw the guys. Okay. I say this with love, because there's not one pickup artist that can fucking even touch a pinky of what I teach. And the thing about the pickup artists out there is that you can go to any of my shows and see I do things for hours on a very deep, deep level. We are all deep, all of us. Every one of us on this panel, we're not surface level. We always teach things. There's never a time where EO, Miles, or Lucario, or myself have to use a springboard of somebody else to come up with game, because it's so much inside of us. I mean, for over 30 years, for me and Lucario and Miles and EO, we have been doing it because of we've lived a life and we're not surface level. See, the thing is, there's a war going on right now, and it's not women. Women are not the issue. It's guys that are declawing and defanging men by giving them false information on not even a surface level, because there's never a solution. No pickup artist can teach. Now, again, I speak for myself, and I'll speak for these guys as well on this panel. None of these pickup artists or these PO guys cannot teach guys how to text. You'll never see that. You'll never see those guys over there teach you how to approach women or how to do that. You'll never see these guys tell you how to set up your crib, set up clothes, set up how you spit flavor, how to interact with women. You will never hear those things from those guys, because their stick is women are the problem. You're going to go lose your money and you'll go to court over that stuff. So I just wanted to just hit that real quick, but I wanted to get to the main point that he hit right now to pass it to you guys. And I just want to play this clip because now let's get back to the main point. But I just want to say that if you look at my shit, you'll see I'm not a surface level motherfucker. We all talk about the whys, but let's get this clip and then get everybody's thoughts on the next one. Here we go.
Losers is because most of the guys didn't have a masculine father. They didn't have a feminine mother. So for Mike Rashid to say, hey guys, just get your shit together, in his mind, it's just easy to do. Just lift weights, take up boxing, and blah, 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 blah. But again, and I had to tell, actually, I told Steve, and I forgot who it was, but my big disagreement with Steve was that he wants to hold men accountable. Everything Steve talked about, this happens and that happens, and it's your fault. How the fuck is something your fault? You cannot hold men accountable for something that they have never been taught. Get your shit together. How? Mike, you understand? Most boys today don't know how to get their shit together. They don't most boys just don't have their fathers. And I think that's the point. I don't know if this guy had a father. I mean, I don't know.
All right, let me jump in here real quick.
Should I be crying? Should I get some tissue for all the boys out there?
Yeah. You know, I've said this on multiple stages that I've been on in the last year that I blame men for everything. Like I'm always gonna blame men for everything. The only thing that you're not responsible for. Now, here's the truth: are you responsible for the weather? No, but you're responsible to have an umbrella. Okay, you get a paycheck. You're responsible for how you use that money. Okay, you save it, you invest it, you spend it, you donate it, whatever. You're responsible for your funds. You're responsible of how you conduct and manage your vessel, your system. Okay, you're 100% responsible for that. Hey, look, I didn't have a father. Get over it. I didn't have a father. Get over it. Uncles didn't step in. Get over it. No, hey, no problem. They were simps anyway. So why the fuck do I want a simp to step in and try to help me out? Fuck that. So, and I gotta be honest, all my uncles are simps. Okay, still cool dudes, but they're all simps. Why do I want a simp to come in and teach me manhood? Fuck my shit right up. So, and even at the end of the day, my father was a simp. Anybody who abuses himself and has bad habits, he's a simp. Do I really want that man being an example of manhood to me? Not really. I'm just being honest. I can only speak for myself. So at the end of the day, I'm responsible for 100% of how I respond to life. Okay, so I'll say this. Yes, men are completely to blame. You let a woman come in and manipulate you. Okay, look, it all happens one time. Don't let it happen 2 times. If you go touch a hot stove right now, do you need to keep touching that hot stove and have several scars on the palm of your hand? Or do you need to touch it one time and go, ooh, damn, okay, I can't do that again. So we're all going to make mistakes. But the thing is, don't repeat your mistakes. And I'm telling you right now, most of the men in the manosphere, their major problem is they're not brave. They don't hold themselves accountable. They're lazy as fuck. They follow the wrong people, and they keep repeating mistakes. That's the problem.
You said something very, very important. And this is just a fact of life. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Nobody is, look, we all men, we all pride ourselves on running our lives and making sure that when we invite people into our lives, we run that shit. No one is exempt to people acting foolish around you, but you have the power to get rid of people who act foolish too much. So someone can come into your life and say and or do something that goes against the grain of what you're trying to do. Okay, that's not your fault because somebody is wayward. But when you allow that person to stay in your life and you have to have multiple conversations about the foul or the fucked up shit that they doing that's fucking with your shit, then it's on you. That shows a lack of game, and it also shows that you don't value yourself, because if you value yourself, you're not gonna let people just come into your life do what the fuck they want. It's kind of like it's the wipe your foot on the mat rule. My house was clean. I just got my carpet clean. I just spent almost $200 getting my carpets clean. You can't come up now. Downstairs is tile, but the stairs is carpeted. Everything else is carpeted up here. You can't wear your shoes up here. I don't wear my shoes up here. So if I allow you to come in my house and you be like, but I got to keep my shoes on, my toes look fucked up. But I make an exception for you to wear your shoes up here in my crib where I don't wear my shoes. That says I'm allowing you to have more say-so over my dominion, what I got going on. I'm giving you too much access and too much say-so. As men, you have to say nobody is worthy of it. Okay, you're the most worthy person in your life. You look, it's so real. You got to say my own mother ain't worthy. My own father ain't worthy. Like literally.
Hey, your religion ain't worthy. Can you say that? Can you say that religion right there that y'all be reading and doing all this for, that shit ain't worthy to the mindset that I walk around with.
There you go. Like I'm the shit, and there ain't nothing around me that will ever be elevated more than what I'm doing.
Right.
And then when they got a problem with it, they can get going. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this on the Manhood and Skill Set show, talking about a safe haven. Nigga, I'm the safe haven.
Facts.
Okay, I'm the safe haven. So no matter whether I have a woman in my life or not, I'm the safe haven. If I invite a woman into my life, I'm still that. I'm still the safe haven. If you act, you go against the grain of that, I got to get rid of you because you're interfering with my safe haven. So I want guys to understand, and EO says it all the time, it begins and it ends with the motherfucking man. If you don't believe that, then just end your life right now.
And
let me say something real quick.
Go ahead, EO, and I'll go after you. Go ahead.
He got a little emotional there. Let me just teach him something real quick. Notice I didn't say God, I said religion. There's a difference between the two things. So I didn't say put yourself above God. I just want to teach you that. I said religion. There's all kinds of religions. So that's like to go back to Lucario's point, those are the experiences of another man. Mm-hmm. So you need to have faith in your own experiences, in your own relationship with God, however you deem that. Go ahead, Al.
Right. I was going to say the reason why a lot of these guys blame women or even feel like it's the woman's fault or it's not my fault, this and this and that, is because one of the things is they believe that men and women are equal. So they bought into the idea that we're all equal. And so when you buy into the idea that we're all equal, what happens is that you put women at the same sort of responsibility level as you. And so what happens is that you're saying, oh, well, she should have known better to not do this and not do that. And what they got to understand is that women are not the same as you, meaning that women are going to do things a certain way. Now, if you are in a situation where you're receiving how a woman is, acting and she's doing a certain thing towards you, you have to understand or know why that's happening, what the situation is, why am I in this situation? All those things are things that you need to know. And if you don't know those things, then that is your fault for not knowing those things to know how to navigate in that situation, even if you weren't taught. Because if you weren't taught and it happens, like EO was saying, it's going to happen the first time. You're like, oh shit, I didn't realize it. Cool. Now that you didn't realize it, now it's your job to realize it and recognize it. So when it happens again, you're like, okay, cool. Now, also what happens is this. What a smart person would do is even before it does happen, they would actually learn about the things that could happen. You see what I'm saying? This is why we talk about game. That's the point of game. You see what I'm saying? And so, for example, if you go somewhere to a certain city or environment or whatever, and you get lost, if you're lost, that's your fault, right? It's not the fault of the streets are where they are. The street sign is where it's been for the longest. You understand what I'm saying? You can't blame the street sign. You can't blame the fucking neighborhood. You're lost because you got lost. That was your fault. Now, if you prepared before you went to that area to know where everything is and looked on the map or whatever, you wouldn't be lost. And then you would have made that happen to the point where you wouldn't have got lost. You would have known how to navigate a place you've never been. So if you're a type of guy in a situation in a place you've never been with a woman, or in a situation with a woman, even if you weren't aware and you didn't know, it's still your fault for not doing your due diligence before you started fucking with the woman. You see what I'm saying? And so when guys like us are here to help and teach you guys, hey, listen, you might be a virgin. You might be a guy who fucking, never talked to a girl in your life. You might be a guy who never approached a girl and never had a girlfriend or whatever it is, never had sex. So now we're here to teach you certain things that you can take in and then carry with you out there in the world, so that when you get into these situations, you'll know better before any crazy shit happens. You see what I'm saying? And so now now you understand, well, I'm noticing that this is happening, that is happening, and it's up to me to navigate the situation to the best of my ability to get where I need to go. And if something does happen to where I don't like it, or something occurs where I'm like, damn, I didn't even see that coming, you take that in, you learn from that, and then you do better next time. And that's all it really is. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me say something real quick. Shout out to the motivational speaker Zig Ziglar. I don't know if y'all are familiar with him, but he said something that I thought was very cool. He said a lot of us think that having is more important than being, right? And what he meant by that is that a lot of people want to have shit, right? A lot of these guys want to have the ability to talk to girls and get girls and fuck girls and date girls, right? Everybody wants to have $1 million. Everybody wants to have, a great lifestyle. Zig Ziglar said that it's more important to be, right? It's more important to be the type of person that can have that. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you have something and it's taken away from you, then you're done. Right? If you are the type of person that knows how to have and acquire and manage whatever it is, if somebody takes it from you because you be the type of person that can acquire and handle the shit, if it's taken from you, you can get it back with ease.
Right.
Because you are the type of person that can acquire that shit. You understand? So if you have a girl, but you are also the type of guy that knows how to get girls, if that girl ups and leaves, or she gets hit by a bus, or she gets coronavirus and dies, you are the type of guy that knows how to get girls. So yeah, you'll miss her for a second, but you can get more. You understand? And that's the difference between these guys putting blame on everything else and feeling sorry because they feel like they deserve something that they haven't worked to become.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? They want to have all this shit, and because they don't have it, they want motherfuckers to feel sorry for them.
Right.
I can't believe.
Hey, and Miles, you know what else? They really don't want it. You give them an opportunity to go have what they say they want. They ain't going, bro. They only want it because they see somebody else having it. And they sometimes just live vicariously through the experience of another. Like, oh shit, Lucario's dope. I like his lifestyle. Maybe I should try that. Oh, well, you can go try that. Oh, no, fuck that. I ain't gonna try that. I'm just gonna find me a girl and just settle down. So the truth is like sometimes people say they want things, but at the end of the day, people tell me stuff all the time. All I do is keep watching. I'm gonna say, okay, everything you say. And once I see them feet moving and I see some fingertips hitting the laptop and I see moves being made, then now you're actually demonstrating that you want that. I talk is cheap at the end of the day. Most people say they want stuff. Give them an opportunity to go get that, which they always have, or they may have. They ain't gonna go do it.
Well, here's the thing, and we got 944 we bring it in. See, when you come from a position of deception, manipulation, indirect game, lying and things like that. Okay. When you come from that position, it's hard for you to see what manhood is about because you have never seen anybody that took responsibility and realized that we train everybody on how to treat us. We train them, and you can't see that from that position. Number one. But then you have a bunch of guys out there that the woman is acting this way, but one thing these men don't do that all these men on this panel do is force you to look in the mirror. Let's look at how many ways you lie to women. Let's look at how many ways you would try to manipulate them, backdoor them, and beat around the bush with them as if these women don't know what the fuck it is you're doing. And like I think Miles said it, you want life to be fair. You want life to be equal. You want women in a perfect world to see you for your degrees, how tall you are, and your job. I'm sorry that your dad wasn't there for you. And even if he was, you need to punch that motherfucker in his throat for not teaching you how life in the game is. The game don't give a fuck about us, nor does life. It's going to move on with or without us. And the thing about the game, it gives back to those that treat it the right way. You can't, remember, cheat the game. And when you're manipulating and lying or following someone that has been taught through a book of manipulations and lies, you can't see the accountability will always fall on the man, because it will always be the man that leads at the end of the day. When a woman can't do anything to a man he doesn't allow her to do. And once you realize she's doing something wrong to you, it's what you decide on doing, because every time you apologize and every time you kiss her ass, you're just training her to be your bitch. And I'm sorry, but that's just how women are. And the worst part about it is these women aren't even thinking about you red pill motherfuckers.
No. Look, women got so much going on. They're not thinking about the average guy. Like you're minuscule. We got calls?
Yeah, I think we got 954, Lucario.
954 real quick. All right. 954, what's going on?
What you're gonna do, you're gonna bury
954.
as much young terrorists as you can.
This nigga.
All right, well, let's get to the next clip.
Let's nigga pilling in audio tracks and shit.
Yeah, let's play this clip real quick, and then we'll get the panel's thoughts on this clip right here.
Oh, wait, go back a little
The
more.
whole thing was, look, the problem isn't the girls, it's you.
Now, let me go back to this. He said the problem isn't the girls, it's you. He's half right, okay? Both men and women are to blame for the sad state of affairs in the sexual marketplace. Now, I'm placing 90% of that blame on women. Like, real talk. You're a woman, I'm putting 90% on you. Because here's how this goes, man. When he says the problem is not the girls, it's us. Really? We got women that are married in relationships, they're putting all sorts of crazy pictures on Instagram, literally advertising themselves. Dude, wives and girlfriends cheat all the time, paternity fraud, affairs. Ashley Madison is a website for people who are married who want to have affairs with one another. How much do you want to bet most of the people on there are probably women? That's just how this goes. I can't even go down the laundry list of things that are wrong with today's women. And again, this guy, I promise you, he's probably heard stories. A guy like this probably can't even comprehend the worst thing about a woman, because again, just like my friend Josh, he's like, I don't know, I think girls are great. Of course, you're freaking 6'4", you've got blonde hair, blue eyes, and you're hot.
Reminds me of my brothers.
Oh my God. Oh, dude.
Okay, all right.
Homoeroticism. That's all I gotta say. Homoeroticism.
Let me get it real quick. See, this is the problem. Okay, no one ever said women are not culpable.
Oh, geez.
Women are goofy. We know this. Everyone knows that women do goofy shit. Women are irrational. Everyone already knows this. But behind every irrational woman, there was a guy who wasn't shit. I mean, let's be honest. Let's just be honest. Okay, at the end of the day, if you a man about your shit, and if you have a structured life, and as EO says, if you have a dope life, there's a certain type of behavior that you're going to see from women when they truly adore you and respect you. There's a difference they're going to show you 9 times out of 10. Now, you're still, no matter how dope you are, how fly you are as a dude, you're still going to get the goofies that they ain't trying to see or hear what you got to say. But you're going to find, if you, as a man, if you're on point, that you're going to get more favorable outcomes than unfavorable ones. Okay, period. And that's just based on how you live your life. I truly believe that the average woman there are women out here who are very adept, they're very skilled, they're very astute at manipulating men. But I also believe that women, human beings in general, they were opportunistic, meaning that we don't look to do shit, but when an opportunity presents itself, we're going to take advantage of some shit. Okay, women are no different. Okay, there are women out here who will have sex with a man the first day they meet him. They will meet another man and won't have sex with you. But if you invite them to your crib and fly them out and put them in a limo and do this, they will take advantage of it because you're presenting that to them. And I'm like, fuck it. Like, if either one of you niggas give me $100, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Okay, but I will never ask you for $100. But if you say, Carrie, here's $100, I'm going to take it. The minute you say, but hold on, there's something attached to it, I'm gonna be like, well, what the fuck you mean there's something attached to it? You know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm trying to take it free and clear. But with women, when you say there's something attached to it, you're gonna be like, there's something attached to it. So how can I pretend that I'm gonna do what you want me to do to get this money? And that's where women come in at. They'll pretend. That's why I say women are chameleon. They'll pretend in a lot of cases to do what it is they think you want them to do for them to get what they want to get. But whose fault is it? You put them in that position for them to even feel like they can do that to you. That's just my opinion.
Hey, let me say this real quick. I'll make it real fast.
Go ahead. I'm going.
Let me say this real quick. I'm speaking for myself here. Okay, I'm not speaking for the other men. Shout out to SNO. Okay, but I'm gonna say something here, and I mean this with everything in my being, man. If you have fun with women, you're a simp. All right, like I don't have fun with women. As a matter of fact, they kind of drag me down a little bit, quite frankly. All right, so I'm being honest because I hear dudes say like, "Oh my gosh, she's so fun, she's so great." Like, "Oh my gosh, she's such a great time." Like, brother, do you not love yourself? Like, I look at it like this: I'm having fun, and she's along the ride. Okay, this is, and it has to be this mindset. And if it can't be this mindset, I promise you're gonna lose all of your life, and you're gonna be in the manosphere, going to some of these videos and getting misleading information. And this is what's going to happen. I'm telling you right now, and this is how I feel. Women, to me, they're not that much fun. Okay, I'm the one with the game. You shouldn't even be with a woman for fun. There should be a higher purpose to deal with a woman, to invite a woman into your life. If you're the type of dude like, "Oh my God, I can't wait till she gets home. She's been on vacation for a week. I can't wait to see her. We're going to go to the mall and share a Cinnabon, and we're going to do all." Get the fuck out of here with that simp ass shit, bro. You better reward the girl with a Cinnabon. You better reward her with your presence. You better reward her with that dick. So I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you, this is my opinion. If you have fun with chicks, in my book, you're a simp.
Oh, Jesus.
I was gonna say this. I think the problem is the word fault, because what happens is people they're looking at it in the sense of, well, you did this and I didn't like it, so it's not my fault, it's your fault, right? Or this happened and that happened, whatever, right? What I think it boils down to is this: doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, child, dog, cat, I don't care. What it is that you have to understand or go through life looking at things and saying, well, if I don't like something, or I'm in a situation I don't like, or I'm in a situation that I feel like is fucked up or whatever, that's because I either allowed it to happen, or I continue to stay in the situation, or I was the one participating in the situation for me to be in there for it to occur. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times what happens is that instead of us looking at ourselves, we're looking at what happened, and we're looking at the other person, and we're saying, well, it's not me, it's you. And so when you do that, you always are taking the onus off you, and then that creates a situation where you don't get to grow. So if you're in a situation with a woman, and like let's say you're talking about, damn, well, these women, they do false or they child support or whatever. I got to pay child support to this bitch, right? You put yourself in a situation to fuck her to have a baby. Now you're paying child support. You understand what I'm saying? Or, oh man, this girl, she played me and used me for my money. Well, you took her on 6 and 7 dates. You understand what I'm saying? Damn, this chick, you know what I'm saying? She been playing games and she ain't give me no pussy. Well, you were playing games with her. You were allowing yourself to be in a situation for her to play games. Anything that you don't like about what happened in your situation, guess who was there? You. You know what I'm saying? So if you understand that, you understand that, you know, if we want to go back to the word fault, it is your fault because you were in that situation. And see, you can go as deep as you want with this shit because, you know, I remember somebody asked me, they said, you know, if you walked out your house and you he said, if you walked out your house and somebody pulled a gun and was shooting the gun and you got shot in the head, it was like, is that your fault? And at first I was like, nah, I didn't do nothing. They just shot me in the head. He's like, no, it is your fault. Why? Because you walked out the house. You know what I'm saying? So basically he's saying you got to look at everything that is going on in your life is that you were there. So get into
the common denominator.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
You're the common denominator.
And you're not there. That's another thing. And you didn't go. So like you're like mad at the dude that got the chick, but he walked up. He put himself in position. He got fly. He got a haircut. He put on some dope cologne. He put on that what is that? Carolina Herrera, the one that the bad boy. Yeah, that's right. He put that on. He had on that watch that he won from being on the Bad Boy membership. He had that watch on. So he positioned himself. So remember that Lacar's right, but it's also the things you don't do, which is your fault also.
Right.
Let me
go ahead real quick.
Miles, go ahead.
It's just kind of interesting to me how the host of the clip made a reference to the guy in the box that was talking, and it's the guy in the box. It's his reality that there's nothing wrong with women, right? And then the same host also made reference to a guy that he knows that also has no problem with women. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing I'm trying to point out is that you just made reference to two different guys who they take autonomy, they take responsibility, and they have no problem with women. But your philosophy is it's all the women's fault, and at the same time you have problems with women. Like it's almost like it's so simple that it's complicated.
Yeah, right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like it's so fucking simple that it's complicated. Like he's looking at two different guys that have no problem with women, but both dudes take responsibility and say, well, whatever's going on with women is my fault. But and because of that, I have no problem with women. But this guy's like, well, I blame 90% on women, and apparently you have problems with women. Like, how does that? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's right there in front of your face. It's so close. It's so close to the front of your face that you can't see it.
Well, it gets worse than that because I want to play 1950s.
We got 5 callers.
Okay, we got 5 callers. Okay, so let me just say this, and we'll play 1950s clip, and then we're gonna take the callers. Just want to say this: 90%, guys, 90% was said. And the sad part about the 90% of women is that the game has never been about women. When women become even a 0.1.000% in the game, the game will never ever be about women, no matter how many ways you spin it. It won't, because it will always be about us. It can't be a 90. There's no such thing as a 90 because the game has nothing to do with the woman. Unless, again, when you're theory-based, you assume that it's about women because the worship of women is so great that you remember most of these guys, the PUAs, came from tactics to learn just to approach a woman, not do anything else, tactics to just walk up to a motherfucking woman. So, but real quick, let me just get to 1950, then we'll grab the calls real quick. Thanks for letting me know exactly. Here's 1950 because he's out of town. He made this video. Let's just play.
What's going on, everybody? It's Mr. 1950. Couldn't be in the studio today, but I definitely wanted to chime in real quick. What I wanted to say is, and I'll make it quick, is that some people struggle in life. Some people struggle with getting women to listen, and they want a pity party. And I'm not a guy who promotes pity parties as a man. I think as men, we're fixers. We fix things. And in order to fix, who do we need to fix? We need to fix us, right? You can't get mad at men that don't understand other men that complain. You just cannot. All I always say to men, all the time that they ask me, what should I do? the best thing I can tell you to do is learn the game. Learn what the foundation of the game is, which is you. Fall in love with you. Making sure that you live by your own principles and respect. Everything else will fall in line. Everything else. Mr. 1950, I'm out.
Get the line. That's what's up. That's what's up. So let's get to some of these calls real quick. Get some of these calls real quick. So we're gonna go 224, 248, and then 954. All right. So 224, what's popping? Who this?
What's up, man? It's Darren Escalante again. I know we ain't got to donate, but I always do. I dropped the 25 super chat. And then what I wanted to say was the reason these guys have all these problems is because they get all their information from blogs and, chat rooms and all that stuff. And I've learned you don't know shit till you step in it. I could read a book on how to build a house, but if I try to build a house, it's not going to be nowhere near what somebody who already got their hands dirty and done built 50 or 100 houses. It's you got to step in shit to know it. And these guys, they get a big, button ain't working.
I totally agree with you, caller. I totally agree with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. And the thing is that there's a difference between people who just look at shit from the outside in and a person who's actually in the situation so that you'll know and recognize what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And a lot of times that information that they read and they got 100, 1,000, 2,000 other people agreeing with them, they gonna assume, it must be real. But until you actually get out there and get that experience under your belt, shit, you gonna go wrong every time.
Right, that's real talk. That's real talk, man. Well, we appreciate the call, my brother. All right, and we gonna get to 248. 248, what's popping? Who this?
Hey, what's going on? It's B Brown from Detroit, man. I just wanted to give a mad shout out to the entire panel, man. I am on the Bad Boy membership. I've been a member for the past 2 months. And I just got to tell you guys that, man, my overall dating life and my overall game has improved like big time, So I've been applying strategies and techniques, things like that, and it's been working for me. Yesterday I did something that I never did before. Typically, I may approach about maybe 10 women a week just coming and going, running my errands or whatnot. But, I said specifically, I set a goal for myself yesterday. I said that I was going to go up to the Myers and approach at least 10 women. And I was able to do that, man, in about an hour, and I got 7 out of 10. I got positive responses. And the only type of so-called rejections was I have a boyfriend or I'm married. So, typically I may not approach no more than 10 in a week, but I was able to do that in an hour, and it just felt good, boosted my confidence, and it helped me to be able to be even more smoother with women. But I just want to say that the Bad Boy membership has definitely saved me a lot of money. That $97, $98 a month. You saved a lot of money because I would have been spending that on dinner dates. I would have been taking chicks out to dinner, spending whatever, 40, 50 bucks here or there, and not even bringing up the conversation of sex at all. It's the complete opposite. I have them meeting up with me at the park up the street from my house, some wine, some music, and, things like that. I let them know they're direct, know what I'm looking for. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it don't. But
all right, caller.
We appreciate that Bad Boy membership.
That's what's up.
All right, cool. And shout out to you. Shout out to Miles and L for the Bad Boy membership. But let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question. And all men listen to this right now. I want you to pay attention. When you approach these women, okay, is your main motivation to get their phone numbers, fam?
To get their phone number, but I also let them know that I want to hook up with them and I want to hang out with them. I let them know.
You want to hang out with them to do what?
I tell them.
To do what?
Well, I just say, hey, I want to hang out with you. I want to hook up with you. I just, kind of leave it at that, and they say yeah or no.
Okay. That's cool, but
a business card too.
Okay, no, that's cool. That's cool, but here's what I want to say to that. Okay, would you say that your main motivation is to experience sex with these women?
Yeah, I'll typically let them know that once we meet up, at the park.
Okay. So okay, that's what's up. But why don't you do that when you first meet them, though? When you very first have a conversation with them, why don't you do that then?
Okay, so right then and there in the store, let them know that, hey, I'm interested in having a sexual relationship with you, however I want to say it.
Yep, right there on the spot. Yep.
Oh, okay. I typically would do that once I, met up with them the next day or whatever at the park. Then I would do that. But you saying do it right then?
No. I'm not. I don't. I never want a man to do what he's not comfortable doing. What I'm really asking is, why do you delay it? Why do you delay it?
Oh, well, I didn't think I would be. I didn't think it was a delay if once we meet face to face the very first time and I expressed that versus several meetings. I figured that. I didn't think that was a delay.
Okay, so this is what I'm asking you, right? Okay, so now I'm going by what you're saying. So just correct me if I'm wrong. So if you meet a woman face to face, like you meet her, you walk up on her, you hollering at her. So are you saying that you exchange contact information, and then when you meet up for the second time, that's when you let her know what's going on with you? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Why not let her know the first time you meet her?
I never thought about that. I thought that.
Okay. All right. So let me help you out. Let me tell you why I say that. Me personally, this is just me. If the opportunity presents itself, if I have enough time to have a conversation, the very first time we meet, okay? Now, I'm not talking about online dating. That's a whole different thing. You got to talk to Elle and other people on the panel about that. But what I'm talking about is when you run up on a woman, when you roll up on a woman, and you have, this is what I would say, when you have 3 to 5 minutes or more to speak to her, why not let her know that you feeling her in that way up front? So that way, when you exchange contact information, the only reason you're exchanging contact information is because the opportunity to fuck isn't working for the both of you at that moment, but you're both interested in that. And the contact information is so you can hook up a day and a time where you can fuck.
Okay, I never looked at it that way or thought about it that way. But I'm
gonna tell you a story. I'm gonna tell you a story, and I'm gonna hand it over to the rest of these guys. I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. I went to a club one night. Okay, I was dolo by myself. As I'm strolling and walking, there was a very voluptuous, thick Mexican chick dancing by herself. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Dancing by herself. Now, I'm not no Chris Brown dancing nigga, but I'm a freak dirty dancing nigga. I'm a grinding nigga. I do that. You know what I'm saying? I do that all day. So she dancing by herself. She has on a very form-fitting dress, spaghetti straps. She dancing by herself, throwing it back all by herself. I come up behind her, and I literally put my joint on her ass. Like, I'm just right there, boom. And she looked back at me. She do a double take, and she keep dancing, right? She keep dancing. So I'm freak dancing with her. And I grab my hand. This hand right here, nigga, the right hand, is on the inside of her thigh. And I'm creeping that shit up her dress. I'm creeping it up her dress. Okay? This is what happens. Okay? She don't stop me. I'm creeping it. I'm literally inches away from her vagina, nigga. I feel a trickle of moisture trickle down my hands, nigga. And I'm like, God damn, you sweating? She was like, that ain't sweat. I'm like, oh, that ain't sweat. So I say this to her. I'm like, you ain't got on no panties? She was like, no, right? And I'm like, so instantly, I'm thinking, time to take her to the crib. Fuck that. I'm taking her to the crib. So I said, look, we need to take this to the crib and finish up the crib. She tells me this, I'm not leaving with you tonight. And I'm like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? So I said, see, I'm not leaving with you tonight. And I said, okay. I said, this is what I'm going to do. Give me That's what I told her. I said, I'm gonna give you my number. When you're ready to do this, we can do this, right? And she said, perhaps. This is what she told me. Perhaps. I'm like, all right. So I give her the number. She put it in her phone and she calls me right away. We're in the middle of the dance floor. She calls me right away and she says, now you have my number. And I'm like, oh, so you give me your number for the perhaps? Like the perhaps it could happen. She's like, yes. Right? So what I'm saying is, right there on the spot, I try to make something happen. She's telling me, I'm with it, just not tonight. The next day, this was a Friday night. The next day, Saturday, I'm not going to tell the whole story because it goes on too long. The next day, Saturday, I call her up. We link up. So what I'm saying to you is, getting her number or giving her my number was not my main motivation. Letting her know I desire her sexually was my main motivation. Once she let me know, yeah, I'm with it, it ain't going to happen tonight. Then I felt the need to be like, all right, let me give you my number. As soon as I gave her the number, I stopped fucking with her after that for the rest of the night. Because I accomplished my plan. My plan was, let me get her home tonight. She ain't with it. All right, here's the number. And then I walked the fuck off and let her do whatever she was going to do with it, whatever nigga that came up behind me. What I'm saying to you is, get to the point of what the fuck you trying to do. Y'all got it, man.
How many calls we got, Lucario?
We got three more calls on it. Caller, yeah, just take that information in and add that to your game and you know, get that shit popping. I appreciate the call, my brother. Appreciate that you you know, out here making shit happen in the game. You feel me? All right, I'm holla, bro. All right.
All right, appreciate you.
All right. Oh my bad, I cut him off too quick. Let's go to 954. What's popping? Who this?
What's cracking? This the Mustang guy.
Oh shit! What's going on, brother? Let's go with you.
All right. I mean, me personally, as far as the topic, I personally don't feel like, I mean, but you know, this is just my opinion, you know, that it's not facts, but I don't think that people, I mean, in this world, I don't believe that we should have to run game to get what we want. I mean, I wish we could just be straight.
Bro. We ain't nobody talking about running game. See, here's the problem. Call it real quick, and I'm gonna let you continue. My throat is dry. I gotta get something to drink. Okay, nobody's talking about running game. Okay, when you talk about running game, you're talking about people playing games. Nobody's talking about that. Do you understand?
We're talking about having game.
I mean, okay.
And whether you know it or not, you're always running game. So it doesn't matter whether even the guy who says, "Oh, I don't run game," that's his game to tell people he don't run game. So this is what you call
a semantic troll.
I'm the purist. I don't run game. I don't do none of that shit. And that's his game. So just know that. Even the guy that says, "I don't believe in game, I don't run game," that is his game right there.
Right. This guy's a semantic troll. That's it.
All right, who else we got, man?
Paula, you got any other questions?
I was gonna say I took you and Steve's advice, and it ended up costing me some chicks over the week.
What was our advice?
Yeah.
What was your advice?
I said, okay. Like I told you on Tuesday, I said, I'm a goofy ass individual, and y'all was like, well, no, man, just be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, over the week, I was goofy with this one chick, and she was like, nah, I'm straight. Take me home.
So you was yourself with one chick, and now being yourself don't work. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying myself can work, but my closeout rate is higher when I just totally goofy.
No. See, being yourself actually worked because that just meant that chick ain't fucking with you.
That's it. It's the truth. It's just the truth.
She just not like. She don't like you.
She don't want you, man.
And why would you? You didn't lose. How could you lose a bitch that didn't want to fuck with you in the first place? You ain't lose her. You never had her.
Exactly.
So
you know what? I'm gonna give a quick opinion about this be yourself thing. Like, there's a time to be yourself, and there's a time. Like, for example, should you be goofy in a serious situation? No, you should. If somebody has a gun to your head, you don't go, I'm being myself. I'm being a fucking goofball. No, you don't do that. So look, there's a time to be yourself. You should have multiple selves. There's the business self. There's the Mackin self. There's the health and fitness self. There's this hopefully the spiritual self. Like, you got to know which self to pull out, because there's going to be a self that's not qualified for this moment.
Right.
So you got to know. Like, hopefully you're not that gullible. Just to, if somebody tells you be yourself, like be yourself. But I told a guy this I was coaching the other day. Be yourself on your own damn time. Like when you go home, be your damn self. You know, like, but if you're in a moment where it doesn't require goofiness, it requires you to be serious and concentrating on what's happening. You don't want somebody goofy that's not paying attention. You want a motherfucker zoned in. So you got to keep in mind, you got to become what the moment requires of you. And so if the moment requires of you to be cool, you should be cool anyway. Should be walking around being goofy like that.
Here's the thing, real quick. Here's the thing. The thing is this. You said a key thing, E, and it went over his head. You coached the guy that you coached. See, he took crumbs off the show and tried to run with it. But for your negative, okay, allow me to give you a positive of people that are coached under my tutelage.
That's right.
Listen to this. I guess it won't play. Shit. Look, I got this shit playing because I don't play that shit, but I'll play in a little while. But what I'm saying is that that's the problem with these guys. They take bullshit and they don't even know what the fuck they talking about. Hold on, here you go. I'm sorry.
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Let me show you positivity right here, guys.
I followed the playbook, Steve. You know, I greeted her the way you taught me how to greet her. You know, I complimented her. Twirl her around and around, you know what I mean? I asked her to give me a nice hug 2 times. And, you know, the sex, you know, I pulled the fucking 101 back on her, you know what I mean? She went crazy, literally. So I just want to, you know, show my respect to you.
So that's what I'm saying. That's when you're coached. When you're on a show trying to grab crumbs. Now you are not coached by LaCara and I, so you fucking up is all on you. You can't blame us.
Wait, say that again. When you switched up what?
Y'all switched up the story. When I called y'all the first time, I said, yeah, I'm usually a goofy person, but when I'm around a female, I tone it down. And y'all was like, no, you're not being yourself. You're not being yourself.
You're not okay. This is y'all red pill. That's logic. You got to be cold. You guys will never win until you get with EO, K-Zaggin, Miles, Lucario, myself, those who know more shit on our pinky than you can ever imagine in your lifetime.
Let me ask you, hold on. Let me say this. Listen to what you just said. You said when you're around women, what did you say? Say it again. I want you to say exactly what you just said.
I toned the goofy shit down.
Okay,
like so you gotta know.
Hold on, no. So what you essentially did was that you changed who you are for the woman. You know what that's not what EO said. EO said is that you have different forms of who you are. You pull out that form at the moment. You didn't pull out the form. You changed who you were.
And I would venture to say this real quick on the goofy part. Like dudes that are goofy all the time are like running from something too. Like just keep in mind that goofy dudes are usually insecure dudes. So just keep that in mind. Like you're always putting on a show and being a clown for people and shit. I had to tell a dude that I was coaching real quick. I had to tell him, I said, yo, that laugh right there that you're doing, that ain't a real laugh, bro. That that's a made up laugh, and you do that for validation. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes your goofiness, your laugh, this performance that you put on for people, you're doing that for validation when a real man doesn't need it. Look, a genuine laugh at something that's funny to you, laugh, okay? But don't laugh because you're just goofy and you're looking for validation.
Let me make this point. Caller, listen to me real quick. We're all multifaceted human beings. We're all multifaceted. Nobody is the same way or one way every day of their life with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But what you need to understand, and this is your problem, because you all about your little Mustang and shit. Your problem is you don't know who you are as a man. And I really think I really hold on, caller. No, stay with me for a second. I really think that based on the woman's demeanor, you try to be different people for that woman in those moments.
Right.
What you need to realize is what it is about you, other than your fucking car. What it is about you and about who you really are as a person. What it is about you that women typically gravitate to. Once you figure that out, you would realize that you don't got to do nothing extra for no woman ever. You can just be that person all the time. And then you're going to find that there's going to be women that gravitate to that and women that don't. The women that don't gravitate to that, those are women you let just fall by the wayside. And you fuck with the other women. Like me, I know who I am.
I don't.
Hold on real quick. And then you can have it. I know exactly who the fuck I am. I know exactly what women like about me. The majority of women that fuck with me, I know exactly why they fuck with me. So to me, I don't have to be somebody else or do something different. I can just be Carrie. And me being me, there's gonna be women that don't like me, and there's gonna be women that gravitate to me. And I'm cool with that. I can sleep at night with that. Can you sleep at night, nigga?
Let me ask this caller something real quick. I just want to prove a quick point. When you go to a funeral, are you laughing at the funeral, dog?
No, I agree with what you said. You got to
right. So that's why I'm trying to tell the audience. I want to say this: like, there's gotta be a certain level of understanding of what this moment requires of you as a man that has game. So, like, if you gotta know this, I don't want to mislead any men. I gotta at least do my part. You gotta know what the moment requires of you and become that. Okay, adapt to the environment and become the environment and impose your will on the environment. So you can't just be like a goofy dude sitting there in a serious situation. So I want to make sure guys understand that, because when Kay Zagan says he's always himself, I believe he's always himself. But there is also a level of understanding, like, hey, this moment requires me to bring this energy. And you got to know that that's important to achieve your goal.
EO, you right. And I'm going to have you have it. EO, you right. And I understand that there's multiple sides of who I am. And I understand which side of myself is appropriate for the moment. So I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
Yes. Right, so what was you going to say?
Shout out to Jesse. Let's go ahead.
I was saying that I agree with Coach EO. You got to know, you got to know when to hold it. You got to know when to fold it. You got to know when to switch it up.
Why are you blaming us?
Women, it's like, okay, I know the goofy shit doesn't work. So I'm like, okay, let me tone it down. Kay Zagan, I don't do extra shit when I'm around women. I turn the extra shit down.
Oh, Jesus God.
Why? You're not getting it. You're not getting it. What it is that, bro, every time you're saying that you're doing this or you're doing that for the woman, right?
Oh my God.
You're not being yourself. You understand what I'm saying? What we're trying to explain. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. What I'm trying to explain to you is I'm trying to get it to a simple way where you can understand it. What I'm saying is this, right? I'm not for example, I'm not really a fucking loud, crazy, like, when certain people get like upset and whatever, they'll scream and all that. I don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? And like me. You're right, exactly. Like Miles is more will scream in your face. You understand what I'm saying? I'll speak to you more calm. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that I'm not going to start screaming at people just so I can be like, well, let me start screaming so they can feel like this and that. No, this is just how I do it. You understand what I'm saying? So now I'm never going to start to scream for someone. Now, if I ever scream, that's because I felt like doing it, not because I need to do this to make this person feel a certain way based off me screaming. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you, is that what you're saying is I'm doing this for the women to get pussy. Because remember, you just said, yo, being myself don't work because my closing rate is fucked up. So you're everything is contingent on your closing rate. Like if I told you, bro, you know that your closing rate will be exponentially high if you start robbing and stealing, you probably start robbing and stealing because it seems like you'll do anything for your closing rate to be high. You see what I'm saying? What we're trying to teach you.
Pussy ain't that important.
Say that again.
I said pussy not that important. I mean, you got to give me something.
Obviously it is to you though. It is that important for you.
I can't stand these niggas, man.
It is that important to you because you're saying that you're willing to be fake to get it, and that being yourself isn't enough.
Being fake. How is that being fake? EO just said you got to know when to switch.
No. You're not listening again. You just said that the other stuff you was doing before was getting you a higher closing rate. Didn't you say that?
Yes.
And what was the other stuff you were doing before? With the Mustangs and all that other shit, that's you being fake. Right?
Okay, the only thing that I do different is I tone the goofy shit down. That's pretty much.
Why are you blaming us then, motherfucker? You called in and said you blamed us.
Hold on. I real quick. Hey, caller. Hold on, real quick. Let's real quick. Okay, so caller. So the last time that we had a conversation was 7 days ago. What has happened in your life in 7 days with women? In the last 7 days. Go ahead.
Well, I had pulled this other chick at the gas station. I'm like, all right, let me be okay. I was a little goofy. I ended up getting the number.
Okay.
And when I brought her back to the house, I picked her up again. Y'all can go ahead and clown me. I know how y'all like it.
Okay, wait. Oh, so the same chick that you picked up, brought to your crib, that brought her back, like you had 2 round trips.
Yeah.
So you talking about the same chick again?
No, it's a new chick.
Okay, go ahead then. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I purposely pull up the gas stations to put my Mac down. That's my thing.
Can we go to the next caller, please?
I think,
So now,
I think that's caller we got. But caller, look, this is what I'm gonna say to you. This is what I'm gonna say to you before we let you go, bro. I think the problem is that you just don't understand what we're saying. You understand what I'm saying? This is the thing. You're looking for tactics in order to get a certain outcome. You understand what I'm saying? We're trying to. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say I'm still being myself. I'm just less goofy. That's pretty much the only change.
But yourself's a bitch, dude, because you begging for phone numbers and driving women around and chauffeuring them, dog. Why can't the gas station be a mall? Why can't the gas station be a store? Why can't the gas station be down the street? Why can't the gas station be anywhere you go? Why do you need to keep going to the goddamn gas station, man?
I think it's pretty suspect that any man would refer to himself as goofy, but that's just me.
Jesus Christ.
But listen, let me ask you a question though, real quick. Do you tone yourself down just in general?
If I'm at a job interview, yes. If I'm in a serious environment, yes.
Okay, so then if toning down is what you do, then that's you being yourself, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so then what are we talking about here? So then you just said that you're able to be in situations where you tone shit down and you get chicks, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so then what's the issue?
But you and Steve make it seem like, well, you're being fake. You're not being yourself. And I'm
No. You just called. The first thing you said when you called in is that you said you were being yourself and it didn't work, correct?
And it's our fault.
That's because I had the goofy shit on full blast. It didn't work.
Oh my Jesus.
Oh my God, man.
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
All right, how are we on the other calls, man?
Yeah, we got one more call. Miles, you want to say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Miles.
I'm just saying, like, why do you keep calling yourself goofy though? What, like? Okay. I mean, it's one thing to say if you have a good sense of humor, you're very charismatic, but goofy? Like, you obviously have issues with yourself, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
So y'all look at goofy as a bad. I mean, bro, I like to play jokes and shit, man. You know, I just like to fuck around and shit.
Okay, well,
say that then, nigga. Say that. What the fuck is wrong with you talking about goofy?
Hold on, let me ask
you call himself goofy purposely, nigga.
Let me ask you this: how many girls have you been goofy in front of?
Shit, I'll say probably. I mean, a lot of them. I mean, I'm it's like there's small level goofy shit and then there's big level goofy shit.
No, hold on. You just hold on. When you first called in, you said that you was talking to some girl and being goofy and it didn't work out, or she didn't want to fuck with you. Was that the only chick you talked to this week? Like that?
That's the only chick I was on full black, because I was only willing to lose one chick, so I was like, okay, let me see how the full blast goofy shit works, and it didn't work.
And that's why you fucked up, bro. Bro, listen. If I go outside right now and try to sell my book to one person and they don't want to buy it, does that mean that it don't work for me selling my books?
No, but I understand the other tactic works better.
But you only did it with one person. What are you talking about?
Hold on. Let me ask him a question. Caller. Let me ask you a question real quick. Is caller? Answer this question real quick. Is goofy a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a matter of perspective right there. I personally don't look at it as a goof. I don't look at it as a bad thing, but I understand most women do. That's why I say, okay, let me cut back on this shit.
How do you say most women? You ain't even talking to a handful of motherfuckers. How do you
He didn't answer the fucking question.
Why
Is Goofy good or bad, my nigga?
That's subjective.
Is Goofy good or bad? Tell me the answer.
Yeah, to you, not to other people. To you.
To you, man.
Oh, to me, no. To me, no. To me, it's not bad. No.
I asked you, is Goofy good or bad? Answer the question.
Yes or no?
To me, it is not bad.
You see, saying something is not bad and saying something is good is two different things. You've been trying to own this shit, but you can't say that Goofy's good. How come you can't say Goofy's good?
Because that's subjective.
Nigga, I'm done with you. You have issues with yourself. That's where your problem lies. Fuck all the rest of the shit we talked about. And no offense to nobody on the panel. You know I love y'all. But this motherfucker has shit that he needs to work out before we even could get to all of the other shit.
Coaching. He needs coaching.
How is that? Wait. How is that? If I have a certain personality trait about myself, that's who I am, correct?
Is Goofy good or bad?
Oh my goodness.
Look. Steve texts me.
If he really owned his, let me tell you something about perspective. Mm-hmm. If you really own your perspective, and I ask you, is Goofy good or bad? You'd be like, Goofy's great. And let me tell you something. If you had a clear understanding of who you were and you actually thought Goofy was good, you would learn by now how to use your Goofy characteristics to get you bitches.
Exactly.
You haven't learned that yet. And that's why you need coaching, and that's why you need to fucking learn more about yourself, my nigga.
No, but it's the woman's fault. It's her fault why he's not.
I do know how to use. That's how I got the girl number. Okay, she was pumping the gas. I waited till she started pumping the gas. I pulled up on her, and I was like, yo, she looked my way. I said, yo, let me pump your gas for you. She looked my way. She smiled and giggled.
Wait.
She threw a tomato at your ass.
Yeah. Wait a minute. See,
this
caller.
nigga's self-hating and he trying to hide it. He's fuck out of here.
Real quick, caller. You offered to pump her gas for her? Like, is that what you really did? Like in real life? You did that?
Weak motherfucker.
Hey, Jackie, she was already pumping. I was being goofy. She was already pumping.
No, nigga. You don't offer to pump no chick's gas, dog.
You choose Goofy because you scared to be a man. That's what it is, man. You got issues with yourself, man. You need therapy, bro.
That's where I was going with. I said most goofy people are goofy as how to representing themselves to get validation or to fit in. That's
it's
why
a coping mechanism for this dude. Fuck that. He's done.
Unless you're a comedian, brother, and getting paid for that shit, chill the fuck out on that goofy shit.
yo, bro.
So you know, you're saying that I can switch who I am, then, correct?
Oh, wait, say that again.
You're saying that I should change up who I am.
I think you should. I think you should laugh when it's genuinely funny to you. Like, for example, Steve texted me during the show about something I said, and we laughed at it, and it was genuinely funny. Now, if he would have sent me something that wasn't funny, I would have just looked at it and just kept going. But it was funny. There's times I'm walking through my place and I'm literally laughing to myself about something that I either said a day ago or something that someone else is saying, and maybe I'm listening to a podcast and someone says something funny. Now, no matter who's up in this motherfucker with me, I'm gonna laugh at it because that shit was funny to me. But remember, it's the why you behave the way you do. So what you need to do is diagnose: is this attention-seeking behavior that you're being goofy, and that you're trying to be funny to like lighten the mood a little bit?
Yes,
funny. So you need to ask yourself those questions.
Sometimes I am trying to, yes, sometimes, but not every time.
But caller. How you pursue women is indicative of how you see yourself. Period. But period. When you walk up to a woman and you say, "Hi, my name is," your demeanor, your disposition, and the shit you say out of your mouth is literally indicative of how you see yourself.
Goofy ass nigga.
And your success rate with what you do. So if your success rate is high based on what you do, then you'll do that. That'll be like a system for you and how you operate. So that's at least for me. Like when my closing rate was always really high in sales, and that's because I had a systematic approach to how I dealt with every individual. It was similar but different based on the personality I was dealing with and the need of the person. But I didn't really switch up. I knew that this was always the system. But the technique or the verbiage and the way, the tone of voice, things which switch up based on the customer's needs.
Let me say this, caller, real quick. So if every woman I approached, right, I mentioned sex in the first 5 minutes of talking to them, that's indicative of how I see myself. I see myself as a person that I think that the majority of the women I approach would find me sexually appealing. That's why I feel so comfortable mentioning sex. Again, how you approach women, how you deal with women is indicative of how you see yourself. Now, it doesn't mean that every woman is going to agree with that. Not every woman is going to be feeling you like that. No, nigga, ain't no way in hell that's going to happen. But how do you see yourself as a man? How do you see yourself? How do you view yourself? When you look in the mirror at yourself, tell me, let me ask you a question. Carl, hold on real quick. Before you answer the question, I'm going to ask you a question I want you to think about before you answer it. Before you answer this question. Do you think you are sexually appealing to the most women you approach? Do you think you are sexually appealing? Go ahead.
The majority, I'll say no.
Oh my God, man!
See, there you go, and that's a problem. That's a problem.
Hey, and you know what? I'll commend him for being honest with himself. He was honest right there. Yeah. So caller, you were honest. So now you know that's something you need to work on. Okay, right. So you were honest. Look, we talk about mistakes at the beginning of the show. So you're clearly making mistakes. Okay, you need to refine your game and become more sexier out here in the game. So it's not a bad thing. You admitted to something that you're doing wrong. Now it's time to work on getting that right.
Okay.
You need coach.
No.
Shout out to Bernie Hill. They said this goofy ass nigga pumping gas on the Tesla.
But hold on.
Not terrible.
Hold on. I think miles terrible. But anyway, no. But caller. See, you said something, and shout out to EO for getting your back on it. Is that the fact that you do admit to that? Because most dudes, everybody think they fucking sexy. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you said you're not, what you're realizing is you have shortcomings. But what you're doing to cover up your shortcomings, you're using your car. Mm-hmm. You're using your car.
Right. Goofiness. Now, let's not cover up your shortcomings.
My car is my goofy.
Right. So caller, you got a lot to think about, man. You had a goddamn coaching session here. You might need to donate all of our fees, you know?
Right. Go to Real Game No Theory and fucking subscribe to everyone.
Exactly. Facts.
Hold on. I never said I had a bad closeout rate though. My closeout rate is pretty decent.
So what's the issue there? Why are you bitching to it? Well, you called us bitching, dog. So why are you telling us this now?
Wait. The thing is, my thing was the way you guys are saying, hey man, be yourself and whatnot. And I'm like, well, dog, some people have weird personalities, so them being themselves could backfire.
Okay, well,
oh my God. Did you believe that, bro?
Wait. I gotta ask him this, bro. Is it important for you to be yourself and get women, or do you just want to get women? It don't matter if you're being yourself. Which one is important to you?
Ooh, that was, wait, I ain't gonna lie, that's a
and answer honestly too. Answer honestly.
Go ahead. Call, answer the question.
As of right now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a by any means type of guy.
Just answer the question, dog. Answer the question.
Clapping the cheek.
So just getting it by any means, basically.
No, hell no, not by any means, not by any.
No, bro, no. Caller, real quick. You are not alone. Your thought process is the average guy's thought process. Mm-hmm. By any means necessary, this is when to get the pussy. by any means necessary. Like, look, caller.
About that mic.
Are you aware of guys? That nigga EO. All right. But caller, you're
see, I just made Miles laugh, and it was a genuine laugh.
Exactly,
See, that wasn't goofy.
Yeah.
That shit was genuine. See, that's how you got
it was an organic laugh, nigga.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But caller, you're the way you think, the way you move, you're the average guy. Like the average guy thinks like you, like literally. Okay, a lot of these guys listening, they'll say whatever they want to say in the goddamn chat, but they you know what I'm saying?
Right, because understand this. You called in, and this is your whole thing. You're asking us, and a lot of guys do this. You call in and you say, "What is the best course of action to get the pussy?" Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Right. So basically, if I told you, listen, lie and bullshit these women, and you get mad pussy, you would do that, correct?
Yes.
Oh my Jesus.
Here we go. All right.
See, there we go. Truth. See, hold on real quick. So when you tell us the truth, this is what guys got to understand. When you tell the truth, you're vulnerable. When you make yourself vulnerable, you can be worked with.
That's true.
Okay? You can be worked with when you're vulnerable. A lot of guys, they call up here and they act like they the pimps of the year, they the players of the year. Like, yeah, I agree with you niggas. Yeah, I'm like this. I'm right here with y'all niggas. And they say all this goofy shit.
I hate that shit. Don't agree with me. Shit, you ain't even lived this shit. Don't agree with me yet.
bro, that's what I'm gonna say. If your closing rate is better by being fake and pushing your Mustang around and doing all that, do what works for you, my brother. We can't, you know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do. You feel me?
No, if your closing rate is that good, start your own fucking YouTube and get the fuck off from here.
Put your Mustang on the cover. Put the cover shot.
But guys,
let me say something real quick. Hold on, please. Let me say something real quick. You motherfuckers who want to call in and try to debate and disprove listen, the truth and the game is undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all motherfuckers got theories and shit that are better than what you're hearing right now, start your own shit. Do it. Period.
Okay, let me ask y'all a question. Final question. Is being yourself. If you let's say today you started being. Let's say all of y'all were single and you was 100% being yourself, but no girl was fucking with you. And a whole year goes by, you ain't clap no cheek. You trying to tell me you're not gonna start lying?
We're not.
No. Hold on, real quick. Let me answer that.
Go ahead, K-Zach, and I'll go after you.
Let me answer that. Nigga, do you not know I'm the shit? You know what I'm saying? Do you not understand that shit? I ain't gotta lie. Bro. See, what you're speaking on is hypotheticals, but I'm gonna hit you with some facts about who the fuck Carrie is. I don't gotta do that. I don't gotta see, caller. This is what you do. You roll up. You holler at chicks while you in your car, and you just pull over and just holler at a chick walking. Okay, I can run up in a place where a chick don't even see what kind of car I got. Okay, I could have just rolled up on a scooter and chained that shit up to a pole. You know what I'm saying? Like a little scooter, and she don't know. And I'm talking to her like I got a Lamborghini outside, but I got a scooter. You know what I'm saying? Your problem is you don't believe in yourself. Okay. You use outside things outside of yourself because you believe, well, women want this or women want that. And the problem with a lot of you guys, you think, well, if a woman is attractive, okay, hold on, caller. You think if a woman is attractive, she's used to guys that got X amount of dollars, they got X amount of material possessions. Yep. So you feel you got to at least come up with a little something to get her interest. And nigga, don't say you don't, because I know you fucking do. You know what I'm saying? To me, I don't give a fuck about none of that because hold on, caller. Caller. Me being the man that I am supersedes all the material possessions you have.
Well, let me say this real quick. And I'm gonna answer your question, Carl. You said if I'm being myself and nobody wanted to fuck with me, would I lie? I wouldn't lie. And what you got to understand is that me being myself is the thing that's going to make the chicks want to fuck with me. And the reason why you don't understand this is because you don't understand your value. See, you have value. You just don't recognize that you have value, which is why you're doing all the fake shit, because you never given yourself a chance to be real. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't even know what real. No. You said you talked to one chick and you was trying to be real. What I'm saying is this: your mindset isn't about that. For you to even ask that question, you understand what I'm saying? Means that you don't believe in yourself, and again, you don't recognize who you are. You know what recognize means? I'm gonna break it down. To cognize, right, is to perceive and to be aware of. So when you recognize, you keep reinforcing and being aware of the person you are. You understand what I'm saying when we're talking about it in this context? So when you understand you're the shit, and you recognize you're the shit, you recognize that you're the shit, what's going to happen is when you're dealing with women, they're going to recognize that too because you've already recognized it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just like when they do in marketing, all marketing is to reinforce the idea that what you're about to buy into is something you want. When you reinforce the idea of you buying into yourself being the shit, when you approach women and deal with women, they're going to recognize that you are the shit also because you first recognized it within yourself. This is the power of understanding you and the value of you. But you're not seeing that because you're using your car and all these other different things to try to get the closeout rate. See, the closeout rate ain't shit. You see what I'm saying? Do you know what happens a lot of times when you ever hear, if you go back, you hear a lot of pickup artists and shit say that, damn, I had sex with all these women and I'm not happy. Or I fucked all these girls and I'm not happy. You know why they're not happy? Because a lot of them did it by being fake. So what they realized is that them getting the sex wasn't really a thing that made them feel fulfilled or anything like that because they were not being themselves. So this is why I ask you, do you want to get women being yourself or do you want to just get women by any means necessary? Because when you're getting it by any means necessary, which implies that you might be doing some fake shit, once you get it, you're not going to enjoy it because you know they're not there for you. You understand?
Right.
They're for who you're pretending to be.
Then they started asking the question, is she really here for the real me?
Exactly.
Or is she here for the guy that I pretended to be? And then you'll get all in your feelings and you'll go to her and ask, why do you like me?
Right, exactly.
That kind of shit. So
right, so caller, just take that in, man. We gotta go. We got a few more calls up in here, but I appreciate you, my brother. Man, all right. So let's go to 469. 469, what's popping? Who this?
What's popping? It's Q.
What up?
What's happening? Yeah, man. Just shout out to all y'all. I've been listening to Coach EO, listening to y'all. I just wanted to ask y'all, what do y'all think about international dating? I've been thinking about taking a show on the road, maybe to like Bulgaria or something. But I just never really heard.
Hold on. See, here's the problem I got with
said Bulgaria.
Okay, hold on. Let me just say
the Netherlands.
Yeah, there you go. Caller. Here's the thing. If you are a jet setter, if you're the type of guy where you get on the plane on a semi basis or a regular basis and you go to different places, game travels. It don't matter what country you find yourself in, what tarmac your ass land on. Game travels. The problem with a lot of guys, they think, oh, shit ain't working out for me here. Let me go there. Okay, that's not the way the shit works. Okay, women are women, no matter where you go, because whatever country you go to, there's going to be a group of guys that are the guys that get the pussy. Period.
Hey, all you gotta do, like you in Chicago, you want a Chinese chick, go to Chinatown. If you want a Greek chick, go to Greektown. If you want an Indian chick, there's an Indian section of Chicago. Like just go to some of them locations, bro, where they congregate. It's like they got little grocery stores and restaurants and stuff like that, and then go in there. Like I would feel embarrassed like a motherfucker as a man if I said, damn, I need to fly far as fuck to try to test some shit out on some women. Like I would feel very bad as a man.
And that's some truth.
Nah, yo, bro, some cultures are more patriarchal though.
No, wait, no, brother.
No, nigga, no.
Brother. This is wrong. A lot of what you guys fail to realize is that women run into guys like you in their language. They know you from a mile away, brother. They can smell weakness, bitchness in a sucker from a mile away. They doesn't even have to be American.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask some questions. Well, why do you want to go over there? What's the reason? I want to know your reason.
I've been in Dallas for like 20-some years. I moved here from Florida, and then I was
wait. You said you live in Dallas? You live in Dallas? Here in Texas?
Yeah,
Dallas, Texas. Nigga. Hold on.
No, I want
Houston.
to hear why though.
Why?
Why do you want to? What's the reason? I'm just asking the reason because the reason's gonna tell us everything we need to know. What's the reason?
The reason is sometimes, it's just like the playoffs. Sometimes teams win better on the road. Sometimes teams win better at home.
What are you going to fuck over there for, man? Stop giving them. What are you going over there for, man?
Hey, you don't get to the playoffs if you can't win in both places, bro. You don't get to the playoffs.
Time out. Hold on real quick. Okay, hold on. Caller. I'm in San Antonio. We in Texas. Steve is in Houston. We both know that ass is plentiful out here in Texas. It's plentiful. Okay, Mexican, Latino chicks, they love motherfuckers. If you black, they love niggas. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't get ass in Texas, you can't get ass nowhere.
He ain't tell us why. Why are you going out of town? Why? The reason why you're going out of the country. Tell us why.
I mean, I got vaccinated this year. I can fly again. Why not?
The real reason. You're not
telling us the reason. What's the reason?
I just wanted an international flavor. I've never been to Brazil.
Wait, did you hear he just told you?
Hold on. Because the thing you said is more patriarchal. What does it being more patriarchal have to do with you wanting to go over there?
That just means they cooperate more.
Okay, now we're getting to the real reason. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. So basically, you're going over there because you think it's easier to get chicks overseas. That's what you're saying.
Hey, caller, you ever seen the movie Hostel? You're going to end up going over there and get sold to a rich European man. They're going to sell your ass and then saw both your arms off trying to fuck with them Hungarian bitches, bro. You better chill out and get some game.
They're gonna fuck around and sell your organs.
Right. So
what they gonna do?
So caller, so you're saying it's you feel it's easier over there to get the women?
Kind of.
Okay, how is it easier?
Come with me, Texas boy.
They're less westernized.
But what I'm saying is how are they gonna be easier to get? Like, give me an example. Go over there.
You heard that.
You go over there, right? You go over there, and then how is it easier? What do they do that's easier?
I mean, it's really just a projection. Like I said, I've never been there before. I'm 36.
You're 36. What YouTuber?
Okay, hold on. No, you know what? No, hold on.
What YouTuber told you that it's better to go over there? What YouTuber? Wait, how do you know that it's easy for him? How do you know he ain't making that shit up?
Okay, hold on, Steve. Caller, let me ask you this, and don't you dare lie, you motherfucker. Don't you lie. How many lovers have you had? You're 36 years old. How many bitches have you fucked in your life, nigga? How many? About who?
About 10 of them. 10 total.
10 total. Now, all right. Now, I'm gonna ask you another question, and I'm gonna hand it over to these gentlemen. Now, I'm not gonna clown you on a number. But what I'm going to ask you is, how many of the 10 were actually girlfriends?
Oh, man, not many, bro.
That means none. So
game to get a woman shit.
So, bro, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. I'm gonna tell you what's happening. This is what's happening. Unless you prepared to go overseas and pay for hoes, is that what you're gonna do?
For 7 minutes of sex.
Nah, bro.
You what?
No, wait. Hold on. So, okay. So you're not going to pay for hoes. Is that what you're saying?
The fuck you going for?
Why the fuck you lying? Get that out there, Lucario.
So how are you going to get these girls if you're not paying for them?
Dope magic.
Huh?
I'm gonna use my mouthpiece. I'm gonna
wait a second. Wait. So how come you can't use a mouthpiece in Dallas?
Because I've been here for a while, bro.
Caller. There are some very beautiful women in Dallas, fam. I've been to Dallas.
Wait a second. You only fuck 10 women and you think you got a mouthpiece?
Bro, let me explain something to you so you could probably save some money. Or if you go there, listen, if you go overseas, you're gonna have to pay. I'm just telling you right now. If you want some pussy, you're gonna have to pay. Period. You understand what I'm saying? If you have a mouthpiece here, right, then you have a mouthpiece anywhere. But if you had a mouthpiece here and you was getting the pussy here, you wouldn't need to go over there to pay. Now, if you said, hey, I'm going overseas because, I'm just like chilling and going out there to have fun. And then if I find some chicks I want to fuck with, then cool. That's a different story than going over there because you think it's more patriarchal and think the women are going to be more cooperative and then think that it's going to be easier to get them because they're more cooperative. Understand this. The women over there, the hoes are more cooperative. See, hoes in America treat you like shit. Hoes over there treat you nice, but they're all hoes. You understand what I'm saying? And when the guys are saying it's easier over there, what they're saying is it's easier over there because the hoes treat you nicer and they're cheaper. That's all they're saying, but they're hoes nonetheless. You see what I'm saying? So you're not going to go over there and put your Mac down and think you're going to be pulling chicks if you can't put your Mac down in Dallas.
Right. You're gonna end up in a dungeon, bro. You better. Do you know anybody down there to be? You're gonna end up in a dungeon, bro. Like, hey, straight up, when you fly international, you gotta know people, man. Like, cause they can spot a mark. They can spot like a U.S. mark, bro. Like, this motherfucker don't know his way around here. He's asking for directions. He ain't got no game. He's pussy hungry. Like, let's sell this motherfucker. Nobody's gonna miss him back home. Okay. Like that. I swear to God.
EO is right. Hold on, caller. EO is right, nigga. You're gonna end up in a dungeon, nigga. Because you're gonna fuck around and be a sex slave. See, everybody think that women are sex slaves, nigga. You're gonna be one.
Did he say he was right? Bolivia. That's what he said, right? He said Bolivia, right? He said Bolivia.
Bulgaria.
Oh, Bulgaria. Bulgaria. Okay, let me pull up the flight costs. Of Bulgaria.
All right, we're gonna help you out. We're gonna pull up the flight costs for Bulgaria. So we're gonna help you out so you can
do the job. Code. They're gonna be like, we got a dumb American here. we got a pussy hungry dumb American. How much you want for him?
Hey, we got good American kidney. It comes from Dallas. Good kidney. Hey, brother. One flight to Bulgaria. They go from $1,500 to $2,600 one way.
God damn.
Just for some pussy, nigga. You're gonna spend over $5,000 on some pussy.
American
You're better off getting on that bad boy membership because by month six, you'll be getting into some pussy at least.
You get a better deal going to the bad boy membership, brother.
Man, go down to a local hole in the wall bar, bro. Buy that motherfucker a Long Island. You be cool, bro.
Hey, EO. Introduce that motherfucker to a glory hole. A glory hole. Go to a glory hole, nigga.
Right.
Glory hole, nigga.
So all we saying, man, is I just understand the reality of it. You go over there, you're gonna pay some hookers, and that's what it's gonna be. That's the easiest part. You get hoes that treat you nice. That's it. You understand what I'm saying?
And it's all fake. It's all for the cash. Yeah.
Don't even see that shit. Do you see it, caller? Do you understand what they're trying to say to you, caller?
Now, if the five of us went down anywhere, we get on a plane and say, "Hey, take us anywhere." We don't give a fuck where we're going. We could get on a question mark plane. It don't matter. Just drop us off. We'll be fine because we got game. Okay, we'll be on the plane. We'll figure it out once we landed. Like, where'd you drop us off at? They'd be like, Antarctica. I'd be like, all right, we got to find a clothing store, get some fucking mittens and some scarves and shit. We need some gear. Number one.
Colin, do you know how to fix cars?
I was gonna go to mechanic school.
Okay, wait, but you don't know how to fix cars, right?
No.
So if I flew you to Bulgaria, would you know how to fix a car over there?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so that's what we're saying. If you're not able to get women here, you understand, with your mouthpiece, then what makes you think you're gonna be able to get women in Bulgaria with your mouthpiece?
Right, a caller. You know, with the like EO saying, the Russian gonna be like, get the file on her, and then you're gonna type the letter, hello, and you're gonna think she typing to you, hi, I can't wait for you to come to Bulgaria because I'm in love with you. Will you marry me? Hello, comrade. Let's type it better so we can get the kidney from him.
That's it, brother. So, yo, you got to take a few more calls before we head out here. But, yo, just think on that, man. I'm telling you, man. You step your game up so you don't have to worry about all this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to look for the easy way out because there is no easy way outs in this game. You feel me? Appreciate the call, my brother. All right, so let's get to these real quick before we head up out of here. 478 and 954 and 4001, and then we out of here. 478, what's good?
Yo, what's poppin' the car, yo, bro? This is Dre, bro. What's good, fellas?
What's going on?
Okay. Yo, I wanted to say shout out K Zaggin, bro. He did a fire ass drop, bro. Like, I recommend every nigga to go check that out in the chat. It's called Dudes Who Get Played Have This in Common, bro. That nigga, it was about basically a nigga that paid like $1,000 for the flight and the hotel. And my question to you, K Zaggin, is how the fuck this nigga could pay $1,000 but still have this bitch dictate when the fuck he could show up to the room? You know what I mean? Like,
but that was the whole premise of the joint. Is like this chick is controlling this nigga, but she's controlling him with the pussy, with the possibility of the pussy. You got it, fam.
I would have been on my Lucario shit, nigga. I look sexynaked.com, nigga. Soon that bitch would have landed, I would have been in the room butt ass naked.
But that's what I said. I said that in the joint. I would have been in the room already in the bed like this, boy. What?
But that's why I say, man. I thank y'all niggas from Steve, Lucario, EO, man. Like, when I see, I'm seeing all y'all subscribers increasing by the day, man. But I remember when Lucario was like 20K, now he over 50K, and that shit it make me happy, dog, because that let me know, like, a lot of these niggas is getting hip to some real ass game, bro, because we need it, bro. We definitely need that shit, dog. So I just want to come in and just pay homage, but yo, that was a fire ass drop. And to the last caller, not the nigga before that who do anything but pussy. Let me tell you something, bro. Never let the fear of pussy outshine your desire to remain true to yourself.
That's facts. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I just wanted to say that, man. But hey, man, I ain't gonna hold the line up though, man. But salute to y'all, yo, K Zaggin, fire ass drop, Steve. Everybody keep doing y'all thing, man. I'm Dre. I want to tap in with y'all boys, man. Much love.
That's what's up. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. So let's go to 954. 954 is popping. Who this? 954. Going once. Going twice.
Hello.
Yo, what's popping?
Hello.
What up? Who's this?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, this is Rico, and I'm a 23-year-old virgin.
All right. So what's your question?
Yeah, I just
nigga, you all right? What's with your this nigga? He's a done. Okay, last caller, 617.
Yo, what's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Chilling. What's going on?
Not much. So I got a question. So, I'm not gonna say that I'm in the game like that, but I understand that there's certain, there's rules and guidelines, and not all pussy is pussy that you should take. So, I have a friend who I've been around since probably elementary school. We just been real cool, never really fucked or whatever. She has 2 boys. So she been in a relationship throughout our whole time being really good friends. So she just got a divorce, right? And me and her sort of kind of got closer. I'm the godfather of her 2 boys. So we sort of kind of got close. And
what's your question, man?
It's a little weird now.
What is your question?
So the question is, I don't want to do anything. I don't know if I should.
What is your question? Not a statement. Tell us what's your question, man?
So I don't know whether I should approach her. It's weird if we was to get together because
call her here. Here's what you do, right? You go up to her and you whisper in her left ear. You be like, "Listen, it's time for me to stop being the godfather and for me to be the stepfather." You feel me?
Yo.
Call her. Hold on, call her.
Yeah, it's
Caller. Are you sexually interested in a woman? Are you sexually interested?
Yeah.
Okay, then tell her that.
Yo, just tell her you're gonna give her some after divorce dick, dog. Just tell her that. Just say, hey, look, I'm gonna give you some of this after divorce dick. It ain't gotta go further than that. And I'm still gonna be the godfather and shit, but I'm gonna give you some of this after divorce dick.
Dick is a gift.
Okay.
Nigga, you heard it right there.
You know where it'll be weird until like.
So you're playing all kind of scenarios in your head, like, oh shit, it's gonna fuck up the vibe. It ain't gonna fuck up shit if you tell her how it is. Just say after divorce dick.
Hold on, real quick. EO just said it. You are playing all these different scenarios in your head instead of just doing what the fuck you want to do. Stop thinking so much about if I do this, it's gonna turn out this way. If I do that, it could be this way. Just do it. Do it. Yeah, there you go.
Let's get final. All right, Carl. Let's get final thoughts. I know y'all got to run and stuff, so let's go ahead and get final thoughts on everything. Ian, Lecard, I know y'all got to roll, so y'all go ahead and get your final thoughts. We run around. Go ahead. What your final thoughts on the show? The subject, I mean.
Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, I'll just say real quick, man. Guys, man, just take responsibility for your own shit and don't worry about all this other stuff. You understand? Because, like we say, if you make the game about you, then you'll start to realize that you don't need to worry about what other people are doing, because you'll start to do things in a way where you put yourself at the forefront of everything. You understand? And you take dominion over everything in your situation. You understand? When things don't go the way you want it to go, you say, what did I do in this situation to cause this, or to create this type of situation? And then you learn from it so you don't do it the next time. You understand what I'm saying? So that's really what it is.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna say this, okay? When you were a baby, man, when you came out, like, it was all about exploration and trying to figure out what's going on here. Like, oh shit, I got fingers and all this shit. And before you walked, you crawled, okay? And then when you saw people walking, you're like, oh shit, like I can do that. And then you put your hands on the coffee table, and you came up and you fell. But did you just say, fuck it, I fell, that's it? No, you got back up and you tried it again, and then eventually you stood up. And then maybe you try to get your balance, and then you fell again. And then, you maybe looked around to see if there was any reaction to it. No reaction. All right, I'll get up. And then so you got up and you tried it again. Eventually, now you're walking. You're taking a couple steps. So it's the same thing with life. It's like you're always evolving. You should be growing. You should be evolving. And the last thing I'll leave with you is just remember that about yourself. Steve says it all the time about the sperm getting to the egg, and it's the same thing when you came into the physical world. You were figuring out how to be this human being and how to grow and become a man, eventually become a man. Let me say this also, that don't complicate things. If something happens to you and that was an undesirable result, it didn't favor you, go back, do some introspection, ask yourself, why did it happen? Don't repeat that mistake. Remember, you put your hand on a hot stove, you're not going to do that again. So if something wasn't favorable to you, you need to go back, draw it up, figure it out, and that's how you have game. And remember, ideas, planning, execution. Don't overcomplicate it. Just do those three things.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick before I throw it to the guys at the bottom is, at the end of the day, guys, y'all got to make sure that the only way you can understand real game from bullshit is listening to the people that teach you things. If they're not showing you how to approach, if they're not showing you how to move and how to think while you're moving, you might want to rethink who you're following, because a lot of guys out there are about the numbers, they're about the click count, and they're about the money. So one thing you got to be careful about at the end of the day, gentlemen, are those people out there that are complaining about women when women have nothing to do with the game. As long as you hear complaints and things like that about women, then maybe you need to reassess who you're going to, because, again, remember, at the end of the day, a lot of these guys came from that pickup community of pickup artists where they learned deception. They never knew game. And if you come from an area that doesn't teach game, you'll never know what game is. You can see it from outside your window and you can try to perceive what it is, but you'll never have a clear understanding of it. So in order for you to comprehend things, you have to reach out and blame somebody else for everything that's going on in your life. So that's all I wanted to say. Gentlemen, you at the bottom?
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, we have to come back to respecting the power of the mind. We have to realize that, there are it's not always about what something is. It's about how we look at it. You understand? So we can look at women as evil. We can look at women as the reason for all our problems, or we can look at ourselves and say that we affect women. We influence women. We are the ones that are the catalysts for them to become mothers and wives. So therefore, in a lot of ways, we control a lot of what women do. You understand? And again, even when you feel that you can't control what's happening in the world, you can still control how you look at it. You understand what I'm saying? So it still comes back to you. So if you think of your life as goofy, then that's what your life is going to be. You understand? If you think of yourself as a charismatic person with a great sense of humor, then that's what you're going to be. You understand? And I'm making a reference to one of the callers that called in. He said he kept repeating that he was goofy and he has issues with his dating life. And what I'm saying is, if you keep calling yourself goofy, then you're going to feel goofy and you're going to behave goofy and you're going to give off a goofy energy, and chicks is not going to fuck with you. But if you say to yourself, hey, I'm a man, I have a great sense of humor. Sometimes I can be a little bit silly, but that's a part of my charm. And you embrace that and you own that. Then it's a whole different perspective. You understand? So let's try to not just let things be what they are, but look at really have an active role in how we choose to see them. You understand? And that's a big part of the game. And the most important thing is how you see yourself. Because like K-Zagan said, the way that you do anything in life is a reflection on how you see yourself as a man. You understand? So you really got to take a serious look at how you see yourself. How, what's your value, your level of self-esteem, your image, how you feel about yourself, everything like that, your confidence level, all of those things. You understand? So it really all comes back to us and the way we view things based on our own mindset.
Real talk.
Zach, you got to unmute yourself, man.
All right, there we go. My bad. So it goes back to what I've been saying, and it goes back to the title. Is it your fault that you don't have no game, or is it? Is it? My thing is this: women have been they've been getting hit on since they started puberty, 8, 9, 10 years old. They're used to when they start butting and showing and shit. They used to dudes trying to get at them. Most dudes don't really start fucking with chicks until they probably in a latter high school years, 14, 15, 16, 17, you know what I'm saying, around that age. So a lot of times young girls have a 5, 6, 10-year head start on them, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of you guys, and I said this, women are chameleons. Women are very adept. They're very astute to playing with you, you know what I'm saying? And it's on you as a man to understand what the fuck you dealing with, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is, and that's why I always say, and you guys also preach it, whatever it is you want from a woman, you let that be known out the gate what the fuck you want. So that way that woman can declare. And I use the word declare. She can declare. Because if I whirl up on a woman and I say, look, damn, the ass is fat, I want to fuck you. She has no choice but to say something that's going to let me know whether or not that can happen. Whether she wants to or not, she has no fucking choice but to say something that's going to let me know whether or not she wants that to happen. So for you guys, declare what the fuck you want. And I know Steve was with that. I ain't trying to tell no chick I'm motherfucker. I'm gonna spit some game, and she's gonna tell me she want to fuck me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and roll with that too. But at the end of the day, the same premise is there. You know what the fuck is gonna happen. Don't waste your time and bullshit with these women, man. That's all I got. I'm out.
All right, so the car, we're going to line the calls, right, and everything, right?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. We'll see y'all next Sunday. And heads up to y'all guys. When football season start rolling in September, we're going to be changing the time, so we'll.
Because when the fucking 49ers play them Cowboys and beat them, I don't want you crying, Steve.
Man, shut your ass up, man. I love you, man, my dog. No, but hey, just real quick, shout out to everybody in the chat room, guys. Listen, please. Go to the Bad Boy membership. Go to EO. Go to Zag. Go to us. You got great men here teaching you what you need to know. Find what works for you, because no matter where you go, you'll always get to the right place when you come over here, because we make sure we keep it all about the man 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, and even on Sunday. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap this up, man, and we will see you guys next Sunday. We out.